Hey guys, so I have tried to record this video. I don't know, probably this is it's taken so many takes, I swear.
Oh
okay,
God,
so
it's such a pain.
This one will be the right one.
This will be the right one.
But again, I am trying to
I don't
show
care
you.
if the ceiling falls on the table. This will be the right one.
This
This is take number 10
No,
at
it isn't.
least.
I think it's 6.
Whatever, bro. Just let's do this.
Anyway, so I'm trying to show you how to fold a receiving blanket into a cloth diaper. Everything seems to be going wrong, so let's see if this time we can get it done. So what you're going to need is a standard receiving blanket. This is just one that I was gifted, God knows when, probably when I was pregnant with Della. I don't really ever use them because I use swaddle me's when they're little like that, but I recently found good uses for them. Anyway, so you're going to need a standard receiving blanket, which I want to say maybe 30 by 30. Those are the numbers that come into my head, so it's just a square. But I'm not exactly sure of those measurements. And you're going to want a diaper cover to make it waterproof, because the blanket is not waterproof, and if you do not put a diaper cover over it, then it's going to get pretty messy and pretty gross, because you're not having anything to contain
the mess.
The mess, yeah. Mm-hmm. The diaper cover that I have in my hand is a diaper safari cover. It is one of the less expensive ones. I got it on Amazon for $8.95. If you go to the Diaper Safari website, you can find it there for the same price because it's their exclusive brand. But they do sell other expensive ones like Charlie Banana and Thirsties and
Why are these names like? Why is this the most normal name for a diaper cover? I don't get it. Because that's just ridiculous.
And
Charlie Banana.
Don't even. Don't.
That's
okay.
the boy one right there. That's specifically.
No, it isn't. You're awful. Be quiet.
Charlie Banana.
And so they also sell fuzzy buns. I saw, and a couple of Bum Genius. I'm not sure if they sell apple cheeks. I don't remember seeing it. But.
These are horrible names, by the way.
Anyway.
Horrible. Thirsties?
That's
terrible.
So, okay. But yeah, you can get the diaper Safari brand on their site or on Amazon. We just got it on Amazon because we're Prime members, and we got it in 2 days for free shipping. So I got 4 of these, 2 in black and 2 in brown. Anyway, so I have the blanket laid out in front of me. It's just a square, and I'm right now flattening it because I'm kind of neurotic and I don't like wrinkles. It's just me. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to grab the upper left and right hand corners in your hand, and those are going to be the corners obviously furthest away from you, directly in front of you. And the reason I'm being so descriptive is because I want to be able to give an opportunity, I guess, if any blind mom or dad or anyone who's blind who takes care of children who would like to learn this skill. I think it's just a good skill to have, and you should have the opportunity to do it, especially if you're choosing to cloth diaper. You'll never know when you really might need it. If it's been a while and it's busy and your laundry is not fully done or your diaper's not fully dry, you never know when it might come in handy. But so you're going to grab your upper left hand corner and upper right hand corners in your hand furthest away from you. You're going to pull them together and you're going to make a rectangle, which I'm doing at the moment. I like my lines to be nice and together and straight. Like I said, I'm a little bit neurotic when it comes to this stuff, and I just find that it flows better if I have everything as straight and as connected as possible. It's still off by a little bit, so I'm kind of just... You don't have to be a perfectionist when it comes to it. It's just my personality.
Only if you're Yadida, you have to be a perfectionist.
Well, I try to... You know what? Anyway. So you're going to grab... Once you have your rectangle, and you're going to lay it down in front of you so that horizontally it's longer. So it's longer left to right and shorter from top to bottom. Vertically, it's going to be shorter. The way that I have it laid in front of me is exactly in that manner. So I'm going to grab again my upper left and upper right hand corners that are the ones furthest away from me, directly in front of me, and I'm going to pull them together to form a square. This one's easier to keep in order because it's smaller now. Ooh, let's see, it's wrinkled. So now that I formed my square, at this point, it will matter how you lie it down in front of you because you're going to need it to be a certain way to make all your folds and pulling and to form the diaper. So I'm going to describe around the perimeter of the square what it should look like in front of you as it's lying in front of you.
Start at the bottom left.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. At the bottom left, you're going to have the corner where all of your blanket sheets, so to speak, met. So when you folded your blanket into fours, you're going to have all those little 4 sheets there. You should be able to count them out on that corner. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is at the bottom left corner. From that corner, that line that is closest to you, the bottom line of the blanket, you're going to go straight across to the right hand side of it, still at the bottom, and that whole line, again, you should be able to count out your 4 sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get to the right, the bottom right hand corner, that's when it's going to change because now you're coming into the fold where everything was folded and you shouldn't be able to separate anything. On that corner, you're going to go back up. You're going to go up that line. You're going to go up the right hand side, so up to the upper right hand corner. So that line, again, you shouldn't be able to separate anything. It's where your blanket was all folded. So there's just one, a thick one, but just one. And you're going to follow that line all the way to the top, and you're going to end up at the upper right hand corner. At this point, when you sort of round that corner, you're going to end up at the top line. And once you hit the top line, you should be able to separate it by 2 because that is sort of the half point, I guess. So you should be able to separate it by 2. So from the upper right hand corner going all the way to the left hand side, the upper left hand side, you're going to find that upper left hand corner and be able to separate your blanket by 2. And then
that's where the 2 corners met when you had it as a rectangle.
Yes, as a rectangle when you pulled it together, when that's where they met. And so from the upper left hand corner, and you're going back down to the bottom corner, to the bottom left hand corner, again, that left hand line, you should be able to count your 4 sheets out again. So there you go. That's what the square should look like in front of you. That's what the perimeter of it is. Was that clear enough, honey?
Yeah. Now I'm going to go over your shoulder.
Okay.
So I can...
The reason I'm asking my husband is because if I can describe it well enough whereas he can understand what I'm saying, then I know that I'm being, at least making a decent attempt at being descriptive enough for a blind person to follow me.
She's saying I'm dumb.
No, I'm not. Oh my God. I would never say that. That's not nice.
Okay, come on, let's do this.
Okay.
If I could describe it to whereas he can follow it, then, you know, I could have a monkey here doing this.
No. Just because you're visually impaired too. Why are you making me seem so awful?
Oh, honey, this is how we have fun. We're just joking. God,
I love you.
Love you too.
Anyway, totally off topic. Back to the diapering. So, once you have your square lie down in front of you in the correct order, you're going to go to the bottom left-hand corner where all your 4 sheets were. So the initial 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets, that corner. You're going to grab just 1 sheet from the corner, and you're going to place your hand on the remaining 3 sheets on that corner. You're going to want to hold that in place. And again, you have 1 sheet in your hand by the corner. And you're going to pull it diagonally down towards the right, so that you're forming a triangle on top of a square. That I know sounds a bit confusing because I understand that it sounds confusing because it was confusing to me too. But once you've pulled that corner all the way to the right and you've formed a triangle, you're going to have a triangle resting on top of a square, and your triangle is going to be to the right, your square is going to be to the left.
So this is pretty much how it was. Let me try to describe it. You had the 4 points on the left hand corner.
The bottom left.
Bottom left hand corner. You took the top point and took it all the way to the right. All the way to the right up until the point to whereas the 3rd point was almost going to lift, but you don't lift it. It stays at that corner.
Right.
So now it makes a triangle because the 3rd point is going diagonal from the bottom left to the top right, and then of course back down to the bottom right is where the fourth point is at.
Right. It's now a triangle. On top of the square.
Just trying to help out.
So at the end of it, you're gonna end up with a triangle that is 2 sheets thick and a square that is 2 sheets thick. And you should be able to count those out on the corners, because if you go to the center of the triangle, it's still going to be 4 sheets, if that makes any sense.
Yep.
So those two, the sort of the flat side of the triangle, so to speak, is closest to you, and the furthest point away from you is the actual point of the triangle, and that ends up in the center of the whole project that you have in front of you. And so in the center is just the point of the triangle, and to the left of that is the upper left-hand corner of the square. That square has not moved. It is still just the square. But at this point, on that upper left-hand corner where you used to be able to separate the square into 2, now it's just 1 because the other 2 sheets went for the triangle. So at this point, you're going to take your triangle square thing that you have in front of you. You're going to grab it from the point of the triangle and the upper left-hand corner. So right from the line that's directly in front of you. Furthest away. It is directly in front of you, but it is furthest away. And you're going to grab the point of the triangle and the point of the square, the upper left-hand corner, and you're going to grab them securely, and you're going to flip it upside down.
And you grab it from the top, you lift it up, and you bring it towards you.
Right. You bring it towards you. You flip it upside down so that now the point of the triangle is closest to you, and the flat side of the triangle is furthest away from you, directly in front of you.
And the triangle part is underneath the square.
Right, and now the triangle is underneath the square, and it is still to the right, and the square is still to the left. It's just sort of the reverse of it.
We tried this so much, I know the directions now.
See, so that's good. Just gotta watch it a couple times. At this point, we're almost done with it. So you're gonna go to your square, which is on the left-hand side, and you're gonna grab the upper left-hand corner and the bottom left-hand corner in your hands, and you're going to flip it over. You're going to fold it over to the right, and you're going to make it a width of about 4 to 5 inches, depending on how big your baby is. I've really never measured. I kind of just know. And
still leaving the point of the triangle alone.
Yeah, you don't touch the point of the triangle. That's it.
You're just using a part of it that's still a square.
You're just using the square. You leave that triangle that's underneath the square. You just leave it alone. You're just focusing on the square. So that's folded in half, that square. So now it's made sort of a rectangle. And you're going to take that little rectangle, and it's 4 sheets. It should be 4 sheets thick by this point. And you're going to take the rectangle, and you're going to fold it over once more, like a trifold, so to speak. Just fold it 3 times. And then your rectangle should end up in the center of your whole diaper. And it is a 6-sheet thick rectangle, resting on a 2-sheet thick, so to speak, I guess, triangle. So again, because I've been all over the place with that, you're going to have a rectangle panel in the middle of your diaper that's about 6 sheets thick, and on either side, left and right of this rectangle, you're going to end up with triangles, like wings. So it kind of looks like an airplane. More like an airplane, right?
Yeah, not a butterfly.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Somebody told me that too, and I kind of... Anyway, it is...
Whoever said that's really blind.
It was Nunu.
We love you, Nunu.
Be nice. I love her. So anyway...
Back up a little bit, just so I can take a so I can take a look at it.
There you go. So
okay, there you go. That's a nice clear picture of it.
It
just
looks
so we can...
like an airplane, so to speak. Again, you end up with your rectangular panel in the center and these triangle wings on either side, left and right of the rectangle. At this point, you would take your baby and you would lie him or her on the diaper. And just like if you were working with a disposable diaper, you would pull the end of the rectangle that's closest to you. So I guess it's the bottom.
Yeah. And
you would fold that over your baby so that it is now the absorbent area, because this is the absorbency sort of panel, is going up between their legs. And depending on how big your baby is or how small, you might want to fold the panel inward, sort of, so the diaper's not too big on them. fold it inward. I had to do that a little for Noah, not too much because he was already a bit bigger. But I'm assuming that if you're doing this for a newborn, you'd probably want to fold that pretty far down, especially if it's a boy, because you're going to want the panel to be a little thicker probably for a boy in the front versus for a girl. You're going to probably want that thicker in the back. But anyway.
That's a Charlie Banana panel.
You're the worst ever, I swear. Anyway, so once you have folded this rectangle panel over your baby, you can grab either left or right hand side. I don't know why, I just always tend to grab the right hand side. It just works that way. So you're going to grab I'm grabbing the right hand triangle, and you're going to fold it over your baby just like a disposable diaper, just like when you're putting the Velcro tabs onto your baby's diaper and closing it. Then you're going to grab your opposite one. In my case, that is the left hand side, and you're going to fold that over, and then you will safety pin accordingly, and that is your diaper. Nice and neatly folded. It's a lot harder when the baby's actually squirming and giving you a hard time, but it still works. It just doesn't come out looking so pretty and neat. Once you're done with that and your baby is all diapered up, you're going to want to grab your cover and lie it down. Now these covers, even pocket diapers will have them. They will, well, these, because they also sell Velcro versions of them. I just prefer snaps. And they come with waist adjustments and crotch adjustments. You can have them bigger or smaller. I just have it completely laid out in the biggest setting. These can range. This is an all-in-one size you're going to find, or you can buy them in different sizes. The one I have is an all-in-one, so it ranges from like an 8-pound baby to like a 35-pound kid. But anyway, so you're going to grab your diaper, or your baby. You're going to lift their bottom, and you're going to place them into the diaper cover. And just like a disposable diaper, you're just going to flip it over so that it covers them. And at this point, you will just put in the snaps. I started with the right hand side again. It just, subconsciously, it just always works out that way for me. And then you're going to do the other side. Snap your baby all in so that it is now waterproof and you won't have to deal with leaking or nasty messes. And now your baby is diapered and ready to go. And that is how you turn a receiving blanket into a cloth diaper. It is a good skill to have, I think. For us, because we started cloth diapering on a very tight budget, it worked, and it really helped us to be able to stop disposable diapering sooner than later, and I really like that. So hopefully I was very descriptive. Hopefully we didn't confuse you. If you have any comments or questions or suggestions or anything, just place them down below. Or you can always email me at momthroughmyeyes@gmail.com, and I will be sure to respond to you as soon as possible. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.